Hello, thank you for meeting with me this afternoon. In regards to your questions with the school budget, your first question is what is your procedure in developing a district-wide budget? First of all, the Texas Association of School Boards has laid out a very detailed map with 15 steps, lots of information on the process for adopting a budget. But I'm not going to address that. I'm just going to speak about how I go about developing the budget at a district level. First of all, I rely very heavily on the input from several stakeholders in the community. So I work with the finance committee, with building principals, with program administrators, and the business manager to develop a realistic blueprint for the upcoming fiscal year. So the business manager is responsible for the preparation of the preliminary baseline budget for consideration. The baseline budget reflects the same levels of programs and services as provided in the previous year, only with adjustments to reflect projected change in costs. So I will review and revise this initial draft to reflect current needs and conditions. In conjunction with the budget information provided by the building and program administrators, I will develop and present the superintendent's recommended budget to the budget committee for their review and revision. The budget committee has the authority and the responsibility to recommend to the full school board a realistic, structurally balanced budget. The finance committee has the responsibility to monitor the adopted budget continually. During the budget development process, the business manager is responsible for providing to me and to the budget committee and the school board with accurate financial information relating to district operations. So building and program administrators are responsible for providing the business manager and myself, the superintendent, with accurate information relevant to the operation of the school and its programs. The school staff is responsible for providing input to principals and program administrators concerning the operation of their individual schools and programs. So in a school district, I am typically designated as by the board as the budget officer, and I am ultimately responsible for developing the annual budget. I'm generally assisted by the business manager and various other staff in that department in preparing the budget document. Your second question is how should an effective financial accountability system work? An effective accountability system basically should follow the rules established by the Texas Education Code. So as long as those guidelines are followed, I feel that is going to keep a district going in the right direction legally and keep them covered legally. So sections 44.002 through 44.006 in the Texas Education Code establishes a legal basis for budget development in school districts. And I'm going to summarize 6 items from that code. The first item is that the superintendent is the budget officer for the district and prepares or causes the budget to be prepared. And again, TEA recommends that an interactive approach between the Board of Trustees and the superintendent be taken to establish the budget process and define related roles and responsibilities. The district budget must be prepared by a set date by the State Board of Education. That is the second point. The third point is that the president of the Board of Trustees must call a public meeting of the Board of Trustees, giving 10 days public notice in a newspaper for the adoption of the district budget. Any taxpayer in the district may be present and participate in that meeting. The fourth item is that no funds may be expended in any manner other than is provided for in the adopted budget. The board does have the authority to amend the budget or adopt a supplementary emergency budget to cover unforeseen expenditures. And then fifth, the budget must be prepared in accordance with GAAP. GAAP stands for Generally Accepted Accounting Principles and State Guidelines. And then lastly, the budget must be legally adopted before the adoption of the tax rate. The school district must publish a revised notice and hold another public meeting before the district may adopt a tax rate that exceeds the following: the rate proposed in the notice prepared using the estimate, or the district's rollback rate under section 26.08 tax code using the certified appraisal roll. So those are as a summary of the legal requirements for effective financial accountability system. It ensures that the budget follows the rules established by the Texas Education Code, and I think that is very much needed in dealing with monies that is entrusted to a group of people that are dedicated and charged with the responsibility of educating children. Your third question is, what do you believe to be the most important school business function a superintendent performs? I believe that a superintendent must ensure that all the monies that are available must be used to ensure that students are provided with a nurturing, healthy, happy learning environment. And all of the monies that are at a district's disposal must be utilized to that end. And there are many different facets to a school, from food service to operations to transportation. There's just a lot of different aspects to school where monies need to be used. But the superintendent just must ensure that no monies are wasted, that any monies that are expended are for the end of creating a happy, nurturing, healthy learning environment for all of our children. So thank you for meeting with me today. I appreciate your time, and I hope I answered your questions. Bye.